This is going to be the dodge and burn I was telling you about the other day. Yesterday I did the how to do the white background with the dodge to just to show you where things were. Um, Also, if you have a dark background like this, it's easy to cut her out later and put her in a um, different color background. But with the white, um, sometimes you have to make it whiter. So that's what I was showing you yesterday. So today we're gonna work on Tamar, and it's just funny. Once I put her in this straitjacket, um, she seemed to come alive. All right, it's her straitjacket is kind of all blown out and stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go up over here to the adjustment brush. Okay, click on that, and then on the effects, we're gonna click on clarity. Okay, see how small this brush is? We're going to make the brush really big, like that, okay, and no auto mask. I don't know if you can see how big this is, but it's big. It's bigger than the photo of Tamar. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub the whole picture with this clarity. The whole picture, up and down. I'm not going to miss a spot. Right? Doesn't matter if we miss a spot, though, because we can go over it. But this way, we guarantee that she's got some clarity on her. Okay, now, can move this clarity all the way up, and you can see some definition popping in there. See, if we move it this way, we lose the definition. Okay? This way, definition comes back. See that? Alright. So we have that. So let's get rid of the adjustment brush by clicking on the adjustment brush. And go down here to presence, to clarity again. And slide that over. And you see how she comes out more. Look at that. See? Right? There. So now that face definitely has some clarity in it. Which is good. Because we want to follow the lines. Okay? We're going to go back to the adjustment brush. We're going to go over to the effects where it says clarity. I'm going to click on the up and down arrows there. And we're going to burn. Okay, we also want to use the auto mask. We also want to size down the brush. And so the size now is 15.4. We'll bring it down a little more. 8.9, that's good. Now I'm using a Wacom tablet. Makes it easier. But all I'm going to do is follow the shadows that are already there. Okay? By following the shadows of her face, it brings out the three-dimensional of it more. Oh, by the way, I shot this with a beauty dish and a speed light. Even though I was in the studio, I used the speed light. I have studio lights, but I wanted this effect of the black background. I'm going to move this down some. Oh, let's get it in her hair. See? This looks great. When you do the hair, it gives it so much dimension. Now remember, I watched this video the other day by this cake baker's son who in Photoshop was using blending modes and white and black to dodge and burn, which is a very old method. I mean, back in the 90s they were doing that. Now that they have this method, in Lightroom, people really don't need to do this in Photoshop anymore. This has just as much control. Plus, I have a method in Lightroom to do dodge and burning. If you don't want to use the dodge and burn tools in um, Photoshop, which is good, you do it on a separate layer. But if you don't want to, then use the channels to dodge and burn, and I'll show you how to do that. That has more control. Right now, see what I'm doing is I'm bringing out these wrinkles that you cannot see because they got burnt out. They were too white, but they were there. And I don't know, I think you really want to have a wrinkled straitjacket if you have a straitjacket on. It has to be wrinkled. I think there's a rule. Okay, now, that was burnt. And if you look at her, she looks burnt. Don't she look burnt? Yeah. Okay. Hit new. And I'm going to change this to dodge. We did the dodge yesterday for the background. We're going to do it again to bring out more light on her face. We're going to change the size of the brush down. And close up. There we go. And I'm just going to go over the light spots. The light spots that are already there. And see, this gives us more of an illustrated look, which is really popular. And I really like it. And it seems like everybody's doing it. And I think it's a lot better than HDR. And I was an artist for the longest time before I was a photographer. So I like it when this stuff looks like it's illustrated. Oops. I don't know if we really need to highlight any more of this. You can always go over it with the clarify brush again. Now remember, this has sliders, so you can make this lighter if you want to. And it brings out the eyes like the Hulk face. Let's spit this on. See what happens. Take this off. Hitting the brush. Yeah. Crank up the clarity a little more. Really looks illustrated. So now, we come down here to the middle cross processing, number 2. Turn the black to blue. See? That's what everybody saw yesterday. Okay. Let's bring up some recovery, see what happens there. Bring down some that. Ooh, there we go. Pretty cool, right? Well, there you go.